Good morning children. Today we are going to see how to draw a pattern in the factors. Okay, we will find the factors and we will draw the pattern. How can we draw the pattern for that factors we will see today. And we will find different factors make rectangles, equal factors make square. We will see after drawing the patterns we will see whether there are different patterns of rectangles or equal factors with squares. We will check and we will apply that in our volumes S-4 and we will assess after completing your volume. How we have done our volume we will check like that. Now see, patterns in factors. We know what is a factor. Any two multiples, if you multiply any two numbers we are going to get the answer. Then the two numbers individually is a factor of the given answer. Okay. For example, take the number 4. We know how to write the factor pairs. We know how to find the factors. We will see how can we draw a pattern now. We will see. For example, take the number 4. See, what are the factor pairs for 4? First we have to write the factor pairs for 4. 1 into 4. Yes, 2 into 2. Again, is 4 there in the table of 3? No. It is there in the table of 4. Yes, 4 ones are 4. Again it is repeating. So no need of writing any factor. These are the factor pairs. From this factor pairs, what we are going to do? We are going to draw a pattern. First we will see 1 into 4. How many rows are there here? 1 row. And how many columns are there? 4 columns. We will take 1 row. How many columns? 4 columns. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How many rows? 1 row and 4 columns. Okay. Others 1 row and 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones are 4. Okay. 4 ones are 1, 4 are 4 or 4 ones are 4. This is a pattern to draw a factor for pair of 1 into 4. We will see for 2 into 2. For 2 into 2, how many rows I need and how many columns I need? Yes, I need 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows and 2 columns. Total how many blocks are there now here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. Okay. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took 2 rows and 2 columns. 1 column, second column and first row, second row. I took 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay. 2 2s are 4. Total how many square blocks I used to make a square here? 4 square blocks I took to make a square. This is in the pattern of square now. Okay. This is in the pattern of rectangle. Okay. This is in the pattern of square and this is in the pattern of rectangle. We will see the other one. How can we draw a pattern now? By using factor pairs. For example, 12. What we need to write now? Yes, factor pairs. 1 12s are 12, 2 6 are 12, 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 12. Again it is. If we flip these two numbers, we are going to get the same number. 3 into 4 or 4 into 3 is same. So again it is repeating. So no need of writing down. Now for this what we have to do? We have to draw a pattern for. First we will draw a pattern for 1 into 12 or 12 into 1. How many rows I have to take now? 1 row and how many columns? Yes, 12 columns. 1 row and 12 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. How many rows I took? I took 1 row. I took 1 row and how many columns? 12 columns. Okay. I took 1 row and 12 columns. Now, are there 12 boxes here? 12 square boxes here? Yes. Okay. 1 12s are 12. This is one of the pattern. In which shape it is now? Square or rectangle? Yes, it is in the shape of a rectangle. We will see for the other one. Here 2 rows and 6 columns. 2 rows. 2 rows. How many columns should be there? 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many columns are there? 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. And how many rows? 1, 2 rows. 2 rows and 6 columns. 2 rows and 6 columns. Which shape it is now here? A rectangle. Now can I take 6 rows and 2 columns? Can I take 6 rows and 2 columns? Yes, I can take. If I flip 6 into 2 is 12 and 2 into 6 is 12. So I can take 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 rows. And how many columns I can take? 2 columns. Okay. 6 rows and 2 columns. Total how many square blocks are there inside? 12 square boxes. I can take 6 rows, 2 columns or 2 rows, 6 columns. Now which shape it is now? Yes, it is in the shape of a rectangle. Now we will see for 3 fours. How many rows I have to take? 3 rows. 1, 2 and 3 rows. How many columns I have to take? Yes. 1, 2, 3 and 4. How many columns? 4 columns. 3 rows, 4 columns. This is one of the pair. 3 rows, 4 columns. 3 fours are 12. Now I can change like this also. How many rows I can take now? Yes, 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many rows I took now? 4 rows. And how many columns I can take now? Yes, 1, 2 and 3. Total how many boxes are there inside now? 12 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total you have to get 12 only. Okay. I can draw 4 rows and 3 columns. 4 rows and 3 columns. This is also one of the factor pair. To draw a pattern, we will see for number 36. 36. 1 36 are 36. 2 18s are 36. 3 12s are 36. 4 9s are 36. Okay, 6 6 are 36. Now we will draw for this a pattern. How many rows I have to take now? Yes. Or else I can take 36 rows and 1 column. Okay. Now for 2 into 18, how many rows I have to take? 2 rows, 1 and 2 rows. And how many columns should be there? 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. How many columns I have taken now? Yes, 18 columns. And how many rows? 2 rows. This is in the shape of a rectangle. Now we will see for 6 into 6. Now we can draw 4 9s are 36. 4 rows and 9 columns or 9 rows, 4 columns. We will see for 6 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Again, how many columns are there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many rows are there? 6 rows. How many columns are there? 6 columns. Now which shape it is now? Square or rectangle? Yes, it is in the shape of square. Okay. Now we can find the patterns. After that we can draw a pattern for a given factors. Okay. Now can we draw children? Now see here. 13. For rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. How many rows I have drawn here? 13 rows. Now how many columns I took here? 1 column and 13 rows. 1 column and 13 rows. I can draw 13 rows and 1 column also. Okay? I can draw 30 rows and 1 column and 1 row. What I draw here, I took 1 column and I took 30 rows. Now you can draw a pattern for a factor also. Okay. Now open your volumes, children. See here, patterns in factor. See the first one. Write the factor pairs that each rectangle represents. See here, already pattern is drawn for you. You have to write the factor pairs. How we will write? For example, AC, A1. How many are there now here? How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many columns are there? Only 1 column. What will the factor pair? Yes, 1 comma 7. Like that you have to write for B, C, D, E, F, G and complete for all the up till Q, R, S. Okay, up till S. And you have to write down the factor pairs down. And see the second one. What do you notice about the factor pairs in shapes and their rectangles? You have to write A is, for example, A, B, C, L, M and S. Those are given for you. What you have noticed, you have to write in the B1, C1, L1, M1 and S1. And then for the A, B also, A and R, C, D, E and F. You have to see the pattern of D, E and F. You have to write what you have noticed in those 3 factors. D, H, I, N and P. You have to see the pattern of H, I, N and P and you have to write what you noticed there in the patterns. Complete your volume, children. Now we learn how to draw a pattern using factors and we already learned how can we draw different factors making rectangles and equal factors make square. We learned different factors make rectangles. That means, for example, 13. Can 13 make a square? No, we can't make a square. But for 6 into 6, 36, when we got 36, we had made a square. We learned that we can make squares for different factors, and a rectangle for a different factor. And complete your volume, children, and you will learn how to find the patterns now. Thank you.